All right, I see we have a couple folks joining us. I'm going to give it just a few more moments just to make sure everybody gets in from the waiting room. And then we'll go ahead and get started in a second. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone to the Tulane School Professional Advancement, Humanities and Social Sciences Admissions webinar. My name is Vanessa Rodriguez, and I'm the Assistant Dean for Student Support and Success at Tulane Sopa. So what that means is that it's our department's responsibility to make sure that all of our students have every resource and support that they need to be able to achieve their academic goals. So that includes academic advising, pardon me, career advising, and student support. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Dalila to introduce herself, please.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. My name is Dalila Amirabashic, and I'm the program director for the Humanities and Social Sciences. And I'm also a professor of practice in the program. And my main primary responsibility is serving as a major advisor to students in the undergraduate humanities and social sciences programs. And I also teach courses in the Master of Liberal Arts program, and will be supervising the capstone projects in the program as well. And next, Dan Ray is going to introduce himself.
Hi everyone, my name is Dan Ray. I'm a senior academic advisor for Tulane Sopa. I work with the undergraduate programs in the humanities and the social sciences. I've been here for about 4 years now, and I'm the one that once you're admitted that you would want to work with on if you're, for example, transferring from another school or anything like that. I'm working on getting your transfer credits evaluated, setting up a degree plan as far as classes you need to take towards completion of the degree, and whether in the humanities or in the social sciences, and pretty much anything academically, I'm there to assist you along the way.
Thanks, Dan. Also, for anybody interested in the MLA, just so you know, we have Amanda Hassan, who's not here today, but she is the Director of Academic Advising. She assists folks going through the MLA program with their academic advising. So just to give you a little background for those of you who aren't familiar with Tulane Sopa, so as most of you know, Tulane University as a whole has been around Southern Louisiana for quite some time. Mid-1800s is when they started, and very soon after Tulane University was founded as a medical college, it actually initiated its first continuing education classes that were focused on adult learning. So this has really been a core part of Tulane's mission since the very beginning. So why is SOPA relevant today? Why is it such a great option for so many people today? Well, first of all, and especially in these times, our expertise in online programming and services is really stand out. You know, this is something that we've been doing for years. We create classes and programs specifically to be online. We don't just transfer what would have been in the classroom on a screen. We have our programs and faculty are people who are out there working in the field currently. We have extensive student support with people who are really the best of the best in being able to advise you. With our academic advisors, they have years of experience under their belts with, and a lot of them have worked with kind of unique populations that we find at SOPA very frequently. And we are the most affordable school at Tulane. It's part of our mission to be able to have people all around access this as easily as possible. So we're affordable, and the timing of our classes is quite flexible, with many of our classes taking place at night for those folks who have responsibilities during the daytime. All right, we'll go to the next slide. So a little bit more about online learning. So the learning materials are going to be on Canvas sites. at Sopa. So, and it's not just something where you're going to see like a old school, like a video of a professor just standing in front of, I don't know, a wall and long PowerPoints or anything like that. They're really, really dynamic, lots of interactive videos. And like I said, the professors work with specialists in the area to make sure that this really engaging for you. Also, online classes are not like something where you're just not going to have any sort of interaction with folks. They're very interactive. And also, it really lets you have a diverse group of folks in class that you may not have had before. There are many of our classes that have people who are deployed overseas, and they take part in the conversations. We have people from all around the country. The majority of our folks are still from the Gulf South, but yeah, you'll be able to meet and chat with folks that you probably wouldn't be able to chat with if it was an on-ground class. Excuse me. All right, so just to let you know how deep our experience is with online learning. So we had a little over 1,300 students complete about 10,000 hours of online coursework in the last year. And currently, as for online programs, we have 8 master's degrees, 11 graduate certificates, some post-bac certificates, and 320 of these were developed to be taught online. Additionally, we have extensive faculty that are trained specifically in online instruction, and they've won multiple awards, both in their lines of work and through their teaching at Tulane. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to Dalila to tell you a little bit more about the specifics of the programs.
Thanks, Vanessa. So I will be talking about the Humanities and Social Sciences programs today specifically, and all of our programs are basically very interdisciplinary. So they allow you to explore these interdisciplinary perspectives as you study social relationships, practices, and structures. And in this process, you're strengthening very important skills such as critical thinking, communication, as well as your writing skills. Next slide. So we have both undergraduate and graduate programs. Our graduate program is the Master of Liberal Arts. And this program allows you to explore a range of reflections on the human experience from a range of academic perspectives. So as a student, you have the ability to create a very individualized plan of study that both meets your intellectual interests as well as your professional goals. And as part of this program, you would be taking 10 courses, and the final course that you would complete is a capstone course. And we will have 2 capstone options, a capstone portfolio and a capstone project. The project is more like a mini thesis where you would have the opportunity to explore a topic in greater depth. And a capstone portfolio is a course that will allow you to bring together different elements and different perspectives from the program that you found meaningful, and then reflect on those through another smaller project. The courses that we offer in the MLA range, and they include history, literature, philosophy, political science, and sociology. But you also, as a student, have access to all of the courses at Tulane through the School of Liberal Arts. So you would be required to take 2 courses from the MLA, in the MLA from Sopa. But then if there are other courses that you're interested in, for example, in other areas in the liberal arts, you could then take those as well. And then our undergraduate programs, we have a bachelor's in humanities and the bachelor's in social sciences. The bachelor's in humanities students get to engage in interdisciplinary study of complementary fields, and these include English literature, religious studies, linguistics, music, visual and performing arts, as well as philosophy. And the social sciences students are exploring the cultural, economic, political, and historical context of societies. And the courses that are available include anthropology, geography, Latin American studies, sociology, political science, and other related fields. Both of the programs are very similar in their structure. Each student is required to take 120 credits. and these include 30 credits in the major. For those 30 credits, you would be starting out with introductory courses that kind of span a variety of subject areas in the humanities and social sciences or social sciences. And then you would be building on those courses with more upper level coursework in that area. And then to complete your major, you would also be completing a capstone project that would be specific to either humanities or social sciences. And because our students gain so many different skills that are really relevant and applicable to the workplace, our graduates find meaningful careers in a range of areas, including business, education, arts and consulting, public relations, public policy, nonprofit management, writing, among many others. And one of the main reasons why our programs are so amazing are the faculty that teach in both graduate and undergraduate programs. This is just an example of some of the wonderful faculty that we have. We have Mike Kaczynski, who is a professor in the English department at Tulane, and he teaches courses primarily in medieval English. So if you're interested in Shakespeare, I think this semester he's teaching a course on medieval women, and he's really a wonderful professor who has received many awards over the years. Melinda Nelson-Hurst is an Egyptologist, and she teaches super exciting courses that explore the history of Egypt. Claudia Keel focuses on Louisiana and Southern regional arts, so she teaches courses in art history that are particularly relevant to our region. And then we have Beau Boudreau, who teaches courses in writing as well as poetry. He's also an accomplished poet, and again, all of these faculty members have received numerous teaching awards, and they're all truly engaging, and students really enjoy taking courses with them. And then I also, as part of, in addition to being a program director, I also am a coordinator for our prior learning assessment program. So I'll provide a little bit of information about prior learning assessment at Sopa. And basically students at both the graduate and undergraduate level can earn credit towards your degree by demonstrating the skills that you've gained and the knowledge you've gained through your previous experiences, whether it's through your professional experiences or community service, volunteer experiences as well. This also includes military training as well. So undergraduate students can receive up to 24 credits that can be awarded either through portfolio assessment, examination, or military training. And graduate students can receive up to 6 credits through portfolio assessment. And if anybody has any specific questions about the prior learning assessment program, you can reach out to me afterwards or ask questions through the chat and we can address those. And now Dan is going to talk about our student services and admissions processes at Sopa.
Yeah, hi everyone again. So yeah, as I mentioned before, you know, us academic advisors will be here for you every step along the way from the time you start your educational experience with us until, you know, you graduate. And, you know, whether it's getting your transfer credits evaluated, or, you know, needing assistance with registering for classes, knowing what to take. You know, pretty much we are kind of a jack of all trades, or so to speak, and we, you know, speak to students, and I get so many students who, you know, if you don't know who to ask, people basically ask us as, you know, the first stop, and so that's what we're there for, to, you know, guide you and direct you along the way over the course of your academic time at the university. Our faculty, as Dalila mentioned as well, a lot of award-winning faculty, they all generally work directly in that field. And so they bring that industry experience, and not just in these humanities and social science programs, but in the other programs that we offer at the school as well. And are, bringing that firsthand into the classroom. So it's kind of very applied on learning. Career advice, we also, in addition to the academic advisors, so we have the academic advisors, and then you'll have, for financial aid and stuff like that, you'll have the separate financial aid advisors. And then in addition to that, we also have a career advisor on hand, Cynthia Washington. She's great. She also teaches a career success class. And whether you're at the start of your education or you're getting towards the end of it, she is a very valuable resource at the school to have. Whether you need some help with a resume or just some basic kind of career advice, she's on top of everything in that area. So, when you come to the school at any point, you'll be able to reach out and connect with her as well. And one of the things of when you get your degree at Tulane is you're part of a wide network of alumni, and we have a pretty wide range network of alumni, just because of all the different student backgrounds and where they're coming from and the jobs they get as a result. Through networking a lot and through alumni, faculty have often offered students jobs when they are working in their field and they see a position opening and they have students in their class who may, be interested in things like that. So a really good network of alumni at the school. And could we, I guess, go to the next slide then? And then as far as the application process, pretty straightforward and simple. You would just submit the application. And also back with the advising thing as well, for the Masters in Liberal Arts program, our Director of Advising, Amanda Hassan, she would be the one to work with you along the way and getting set up and stuff like that. So not just for the undergrad, but for the graduate programs as well. But the application is pretty straightforward and simple. You complete the application online, you request official transcripts, from your prior colleges, be sent directly to the school. The essay is required usually for students seeking admission into the graduate programs. The application fee, you pay that all online. It's $40 for undergraduate or $50 for graduate. But for those of you who are attending this webinar today, that fee will be waived. And so once you apply, it'll probably prompt you, to pay it. But then once they see that you attended the webinar, you won't have to worry about that or pay any of that. They do also need a copy of like your government ID or like, a driver's license to upload. So, you do the application, you request your transcripts. If you have no prior college, then, you request your high school transcript. And yeah, they should be sent directly from institution to institution or mailed in a sealed envelope from that school. And then, as everything gets received, it'll be processed. You'll usually get notified. And then, once you're admitted and accept your admission, then, you can start out with academic advising and contacting one of the advisors, and that information will all be made available to you. And then right now, we're doing phone appointments, we're doing Zoom. So I miss being in the office, but this will do for now, I guess. And so, I have a phone access, and around the clock almost, we'll be able to assist you despite, us not fully being open yet. So next slide. And then, the deadlines, they're essentially 2 weeks prior to the semester starting. Those deadlines are just to do the application online itself. So if you're still waiting for a transcript, and it doesn't get in until like August 5th, that's fine. It's just the application itself needs to be in by then so that it can allow for enough time for everything to be processed and you be admitted and then able to register for classes, because you don't want to register late for classes and then fall behind right away in the very beginning. That's no good. But pretty much 2 weeks prior. So for fall, it's August 1st. This fall semester, you know, it starts 5 days early. We initially start on a Monday on August 24th. We're going to be starting on Wednesday, August 19th. And then the spring is January 1st, the application deadline. And then 2 weeks later, that week of Martin Luther King holiday, I believe, is when the semester starts normally. And then the summer semester deadline is May 15th. And then the summer semester starts 2 weeks after that. And then as far as the affordability, Vanessa, I believe, mentioned earlier, you know, our tuition is the cheapest of the schools at Tulane, so we can make these programs available to our, you know, non-traditional students who are coming back to school or just starting school. And undergraduate is $524 per credit hour. Most courses are usually 3 credit hours. Graduate is $1,078 per credit hour. The financial aid, our school does offer financial aid for degree-seeking students. And so their website, financialaid.tulane.edu, there's a tab at the top for Sopa, and it's for current and prospective students that you can click on. And, you know, it has a meet your advisor and all those kind of things, but the financial aid is available. There are different types of aid available. There are grants, there are loans. You just have to do the FAFSA application, you know, to see what you can all possibly qualify for. And we have a yellow ribbon program. We also have 20% tuition discounts for active duty military and veterans and teachers and first responders. And that, I believe, is it. I'll send it back to Vanessa.
Thanks. So yeah, I just wanted to open it up to questions. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat, which is at the bottom of your screen in the center, or you can just unmute yourself and go ahead and ask. If you don't have any questions now, that's fine. If something pops up in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You have Dalila's contact information right there. If you go online, all of our contact information is there. So you can talk to any of us directly, or if you would like to talk to an admissions representative, you'll have that information there as well. So let me make sure there's nobody that needs any more information. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. I hope that you are safe and well and relatively sane in these circumstances. And we hope to see you sometime soon, either in person or virtually. All right. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Thank
you very much.